Oh, hello, and welcome to Prediction Movie Review. Hey guys, my name is Dylan. This is the show where with only a trailer and the first part of a movie, we'll attempt to expose just how lazy Hollywood and their filmmaking has become. Today is going to be fun. I missed this film when it came out in 2019 due to a lack of, well, caring enough to see it. Just being honest. But it is intriguing because it is the inception of movie remakes. Bedtime Story from 1964 was remade into Dirty Rotten Scoundrels in the late 80s, and now 30 years later we've thrown Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson into a third movie with the same premise. So it's gotten so bad we are now copying a movie that copied a movie. Way to be original. It's the prediction movie review for The Hustle.
I have to save all my money because I'm here to find my sister. She's been taken.
Taken? Like
By men who sell hot white virgins to billionaires on yachts.
Look, I'm sure this guy is nice and all, but if that was even remotely true, why are we not calling the Liam Neeson hotline? If someone you love has been taken and you need a man with a particular set of skills, call 1-800. I will find you.
Why are women better suited to the calm than men?
Because we're used to faking it.
Please, I'm sure that is true for many other men, but this guy, not a chance. Oh God, I've never satisfied a woman.
Because no man will ever believe a woman is smarter than he is.
I mean, I'm kidding. Unless you're too stupid to realize that was a joke. Again, I am kidding.
I could be the partner you never knew you needed. Teach me your sugar baby ways.
Go ahead and try, ladies. You ever taken half of nothing?
First lesson, there's nothing more compelling to a man than a vulnerable woman.
You can think that that is true, but you show me one woman who went into a relationship by saying, I can change him, and then realized that men are too stupid to evolve.
If you want to be like me, you must be trained for any situation.
Fat Amy sure has come a long way from her days horizontal running.
He's the mark.
He's a tech millionaire.
Billionaire, I bet.
Try to be as inconspicuous as possible.
So they're just going after Mark Zuckerberg. This dude is a stand-in for Mark Zuckerberg. Good luck seducing a robot.
Does not compute.
Blind person walking here. If this person would just scoot over, would you mind, sir?
Alright, I'll admit, that is a solid joke. My only issue is going to be is if they've taken all of the best bits from the movie and used it for the marketing. There's been way too many times where I said, hey, that movie looks like it's going to be funny, and then I've already seen all the best bits, and it's awful. We are just really hitting home that, hey, this is a Dirty Rotten Scoundrels remake. You guys remember how good that movie was? Yeah, and weren't Steve Martin and Michael Caine so good? Yeah, this is gonna be as well, except for we've got women this time. We're progressive. Please watch it. Please. That's the trailer. Now on to the first part of the movie, and then we'll come back and make some predictions. I don't know how to feel. I will admit I've laughed a couple of times, sure, but it just seems like this movie is set up for failure the rest of the way. They do get the prediction movie review bonus point for having said the title of the movie in the movie. I will be frank with you, but please still call me Dylan. I googled and read the plot to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Look, I was born 5 years after it came out. I kind of missed it. And I'll tell you why I did that. I believe deep down, the people behind this movie thought it would be super clever to copy the exact story, the plot twist, which we'll get into in just a second, and just switch the genders. There's no way that Hollywood is actually that lazy, right? Well, we're about to find out. Josephine said to Inspector Desjardins that they would run the Lord of the Rings play. I think that is just one big scheme to have Penny think she's in on it, but really it's just a way to try to get rid of her. Eventually, Penny will learn about the Lord of the Rings play and use that information to screw over Josephine. In the trailer, there is a wealthy man there as Penny is shooting at Albert. I think the two ladies are using this as like practice on several men, taking money and diamonds like we saw Josephine putting a bunch in her safe. The tech millionaire will be the final boss battle and they will both try to seduce him. They will have a bet where whoever can and take a certain amount of money from him will win, with the loser having to leave town. One of them will legit fall for him and he seemingly will as well. I'm thinking thinking Penny because he likes her quirkiness, and Josephine will be mad because she's finally met her match. Just as Freddy played a paralyzed vet, we've seen from the trailer that Penny pretends to be blind and that she'll need some money for surgery to save her vision, and that is her plan to win. The tech millionaire, I don't know his name yet, he's not been in the movie yet, I'm not looking it up. He will give the money to Penny and then after the fact state that he actually couldn't afford it because he's not the success that everybody thinks he is. Continuing with that, I think that the tech millionaire is a con man himself, going by Medusa, as they've shown Josephine multiple times saying that that is not her, and he is there to con both of them. In the end, Medusa, Josephine, and Penny will be shown working together as they formed a con man, con woman super team. Look, if a lot of this happens, my predictions are solely based off of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, so if they have taken the exact story but just made it women, we have a much bigger problem on our hands. Only one way to find out. I have some more movie to watch. I feel like my intelligence was questioned several times throughout this film. I get that men are stupid, nobody's going to argue that fact, but The Hustle took every chance it could to show that men are dumb, barely functioning Neanderthals who only want to find vulnerable women to buy them shiny things. The joke wore thin quickly. And speaking of things that were supposed to be funny, Rebel Wilson. She has been great in the past, but for whatever reason, she became boring very fast in this. Am I supposed to find her pretending to be a dirty and wild princess that Josephine has to keep locked up funny? Cause yeah, I didn't. How did my predictions turn out? 9 predictions were made, and would you look at that, every single one came true. I feel kind of dirty almost taking this flawless victory, and that is because of my biggest issue with this movie. They didn't change a single thing from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Besides the fact that it's 2 women, they changed nothing. Every plot beat played out the same. The twist was the same. The ending was the exact same. Even the humor felt like it was from 1988. If you were going to do a remake, please try to do something unique and even remotely new with it. Don't just make them women and call it a day. Anyway, since I got them all right, the Lord of the Rings play was planned to push Penny to the point that she wants to leave, which she does, until she just comes back and stops Josephine as she's about to run a con. The pair decide to find a man who they can con out of $50,000. Sorry, that's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. The Hustle, it's $500,000. Nice to see we're accounting for 30 years worth of inflation. But they see Thomas, the you burned it tech giant, even though I'm the one who feels like I got burnt watching this, and they make him the target. Penny pretends to be blind and that she needs a special psychologist in order to get her vision back. Like, really, we couldn't have changed even a small detail like that. But throughout it, Thomas agrees to help, and then later on he reveals that he's actually not as rich as people thinks he is, and that the $500,000 will leave him broke. Oh, now the woman who for years has lied about her sister with small tits, or the one who got taken by the prostitute ring, feels bad about using men for their money. Oh, and she's developed a crush on him and he her. They could not have made the twist more obvious. Like every single time Freddy mentions the jackal, shit, I did it again, that's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. When Penny mentions Medusa, Josephine immediately shuts it down and says that that is not her. But that it is Thomas, whose aunt was Medusa and died and passed on the family name to him so that he could continue her conning ways. Would have been a cute twist had it not been obvious from the fact that they didn't change a single thing from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Pretend I'm a writer from The Hustle, okay? Just go with me on this. Yeah, so do you remember at the end when Janet was conning a bunch of people in Florida out of some expensive real estate? Oh, you do? Okay. Well, I was thinking we could do the exact same thing, except for Thomas would be trying to sell some land for a wild animal sanctuary. I know, different. And then instead of an Australian in a mute, we could have, I don't know, Penny and Josephine be South African in a mute. I really, truly wanted to like this and had hoped it wasn't going to come to this. But when you copy a movie and arguably make it worse, you're going to have a bad time. Very quickly, if anyone from Hollywood is watching, I would love to pitch my movie idea to you, okay? It's about toys. It's crazy. They come to life, but not when the people are around. And I'm thinking the 2 main ones could be like, I don't know, a cowboy and something crazy like an astronaut. And anyways, the family is moving and they get lost and they do not get along. But then they go on an adventure and then find their way back to Andy, their owner, and then they're good friends and all is well. And I'm thinking it might work best as an animated movie. I'll be expecting your calls. I did it. I watched the movie. I don't think this would be good anyways, but it really did not sit well when for the first time over the last 2 days, I watched The Trial of the Chicago 7, Good Will Hunting, and The Silence of the Lambs. You know, good movies. What would I recommend to close things out? Simply put, watch Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's what I wish I had done. Do you have a movie that you want to see a prediction movie review for? Obviously, I can't have seen the movie in order to make this work, but leave your suggestions in the comments below. Lastly, I predict that you will like the video and subscribe, and that's appreciated. Thanks for watching.